The three warriors saw the old man in front of them with a serious look. Despite seeming friendly, they did not let their guard down at any time, especially Hit, who was trying to analyze the old man to try to find out his true intentions. "Who are you?" Goku would dare to ask about the three. Somehow he had to break this awkward silence. The old man would give a big sigh to put a serious face on the three people in front of him. "My name is Hagoromo Otsutsuki, better known in my world as the Rikudo Sennin." That strange violet-eyed guy would appear, confusing our protagonists since they had never heard of such a person where they lived. Hagoromo. Jiren would start confused, trying to remember any name known or related to him in his universe. Otsutsuki? He would end up just as confused or more confused than a member of the Pride troops. That last name was one of the stranger than he has heard. Riku what? Goku would question, not knowing anything about the subject, and especially that nickname so strange and difficult to pronounce. Rikudo Sennin Son Goku. Hit would give a sigh of annoyance when remembering how stupid and brutal he could be. To be the scion when he wanted to. Let's get to the point. What do you want from us? Jiren would rush the strange subject. Please. I need your help urgently. Hagoromo would say, causing intrigue in the three by not waiting for said request and the hasty way in which he asked for it. Help? For what? Goku didn't understand anything and was already starting to get impatient. And the truth was he was not one of those people who like to wait too long for things. To protect the world that I create. Those words would make the three of them open their eyes a little in surprise. That favor was something surprising even for them. Protect your world? What do you mean, old man? Hit would seriously look at the Rikudo as well as his companions. Protecting a planet? He was surely a very strong enemy if they needed the three of them together for this strange job. Exactly. The world is in danger and I need your help to avoid a catastrophe that will bring it to an end. I beg you. What if we refuse? Hit would ask in a threatening way. Despite not being able to move, he was not going to let someone force him to do something he didn't want to do, and even less so if there was no payment in between. It's impossible to refuse. Assassin Hit. I have used all my abilities to bring you to this world. The three most powerful mortals of the 12 universes would open their eyes with surprise and concern upon understanding those words. If the old man said that he used all his energy to bring them, that meant they couldn't come back. How can we not be able to come back? They are going to kill me if I return to Earth. Especially Bulma if I don't go to her birthday party. Our favorite scion would scream in a frightened and historic way. Calm down, Mr. Goku. The three looked at the wise man who was watching them with great calm. Once you finish this job, you can make the decision to return to your world if you wish. So, we just defeat the one who causes problems on their planet and that's it? We can go back? Jiren would think that the mission was very easy, especially if Son Goku and the Assassin of Universe 6 go with him. It would only take them about 5 minutes to finish everything. I would like to say yes, Mr. Jiren, but no. Things are not as simple as they seem. The enemies of those who you speak will appear in the not-too-distant future, for therefore, they must stay for a while for the expected facts and events to occur, otherwise, they could suffer inexplicable and terrible alterations. The wise man would see how the three of them would be paying attention to the matter. Well, his return depended on this strange mission. Alterations? The son would ask the old man, who nodded seriously. Look at this. As you saw, if you don't do something, this could be the future of my world. The white-skinned being would notice the scion's displeasure upon hearing this news. I beg you, gentlemen. I want you to avoid unnecessary deaths in the world. I know that you can do it. You have a strength much greater than mine or that of anyone in my world. I do not want any more lives to be lost, lose in vain for my son's ambition. The latter would leave the three baffled by knowing who was responsible for the atrocities in the world of the wise man. Wait a minute. Are you saying that your son is the cause of the problems that occur on your planet? Hit would see the Rikudo, who lowered his head in sadness. Well, he is not directly my son in blood, but I feel him in spirit. The ancestor would see how the three of them were trying to understand the situation, although it was very confusing for them. I will tell you the history of my world completely, so that you can better understand my words. And thus the Rakuto would tell them the whole story. So that Madara guy is causing problems in your old home. Goku would see how the old man would shake his head, causing a big question mark in his head. That guy was supposed to be the cause of wars and most of the problems, or not? He is being manipulated just like my son Indra, all because of my mother's creation. Black Zetsu, he altered the stones of the Uchihas, completely deceiving them, so that they would do a forbidden technique, and that way they could achieve the long-awaited peace in the shinobi world, when in reality it is quite the opposite. Now Goku would nod his head, finally understanding the problem. That Zetsu did have great evil in his heart. All those atrocities he did, the deaths he caused, somehow they made him angry. Then I will go. Jiren and Hit, they would look at the Scion, who was with a determined look on his face. I'm not going to let many people die because of that despicable being. As a member of the Pride troops, it is my duty to keep people safe from all evil, and above all I must protect them from danger. I'll go too. Everyone would now look at Jiren, who had a serious face, but that denoted conviction in his words. I have a pending job with Son Goku. I guess I'll go, the assassin would say with a slight smile on his face. He would not leave his work with his new rival unfinished, even if he had to do this mission in the middle. Thank you very much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I will only give you 2 warnings before leaving. Rakuto would see how the 3 warriors were paying attention again. I have told them to save innocent lives, but out there are people who don't deserve it. Jiren, Hit, and Goku would understand where the matter was going, especially when noticing the tone the old man used, the gray one. He would answer immediately to clarify doubts. We will only do it in extremely necessary cases. The Scion and the murderer, they would nod in support of their partner. The Rakuto would smile before answering them. Very well. Now regarding the other thing, a strange energy has been appearing lately, one that I am totally unaware of. This completely captured the son's attention. An energy? The old man would nod his head, confirming his question. That's right, that energy is too powerful to come from my territories. I suppose it must come from some different dimension or alternate universe. This greatly excited the black-haired man. So, an energy from another dimension? This gets increasingly interesting. The warrior from Universe 7 would exclaim with enthusiasm marked on his face. I only ask that you put an end to that energy. We don't know what evils it could cause if it had a physical body. It is better to save ourselves the trouble. The white-haired man would clarify, making the Scion depressed. But this will only be more boring, and we will not be able to know his true strength. Goku made childish pouts at the old man, who shook his head. I beg you, Goku, we must not allow the enemy to get stronger. You must finish him off when you have the chance. The sage of the 6 paths would speak patiently to the black-eyed. Don't worry, old man. We will take care of it if Son Goku does any mischief. Hagoromo would thank Hit, who received a confused look from the Scion. Okay, it's time to go. I hope you guys change the shinobi world for the better, and above all, put an end to all evil. Suddenly the same light that had previously blinded them envelopes them, and they begin to disappear. One last thing, please find and take care of my successor. You will recognize him with the naked eye. I know we will see each other very soon. But until then, good luck. It was the last thing our protagonists heard before completely disappearing from that strange place. Ninja World, forest near the country of waves. A light would be present in the middle of a thick forest, showing our protagonists disoriented and confused, observing their surroundings. Apparently this is the place that Hagoromo told us about. Hit would place his hands in the pockets of his suit, looking at the panorama. This place was similar to... It is similar to the Earth. Goku would say, seeing the remarkable resemblance to his planet, anticipating the thoughts of the purple-skinned being. I feel very low energies, but at the same time very different. Jiren would feel the presences of the planet in case he had to take precautions or they had to take care of it. I feel energies close to us. Hit would see a path along which he felt some presences of people. They were kind of weak, but they were not defenseless. What are we waiting for, friends? Come on, maybe they can help us find a place to stay and find that town. What was its name? Like that, a village hidden in the paper. Goku would walk towards the path with determination. Hidden village among the leaves, son Goku. Hid and Jiren would give a sigh together. Sometimes it made you want to give the scion a good blow. Suddenly a big sound that would come from Goku, more precisely from his stomach, stopping them abruptly. And also find something to eat. Goku with a nervous smile would look at his companions, who looked at each other with doubt, and then follow the scion along the path, since there was no other path to take, and it was not very sensible to separate either. Nearby you would see a group walking animatedly along a path in the middle of the forest that would guide them to the country of the waves. There were 5 people, 4 men and 1 woman. The one who was in front reading an orange cover book was wearing a dress that he wears, a green vest, blue pants and sandals, with a gray hairstyle that defies gravity, a mask and a bandana covering his right eye. His name is Kakashi Hatake, or better known as Sharingan Kakashi, for having copied more than 1,000 jutsus, Johnny-sensei of Team 7. He was followed by a boy with a serious expression and an air of superiority. He was wearing a t-shirt, blue turtleneck with arm warmers, short white pants and blue sandals. He had onyx black eyes and hair of the same color with a strange shape of the back of a duck. This was Sasuke Uchiha, one of the members of the prestigious Uchiha clan. Next to him was a girl with a short and thin build with very pink hair. Particular, with green eyes. Dressed in a dress that predominates in burgundy and pink colors, short gray lycra pants and blue sandals. This was Sakura Haruno, one of the most useless genin of the generation and #1 fan of Uchiha Sasuke according to her, of course. Behind her was a boy who was the shortest of the 3, wearing an orange and blue suit with blue sandals, blonde hair, with some curious marks on the cheeks on his face, as well as light blue eyes. This was Naruto Uzumaki, better known as the #1 ninja to surprise people, or as civilians called him, the reincarnation of the Kyuubi, who went with his 2 hands behind his head, thinking about how not to be overshadowed by his rival, Sasuke. Next to the boy was the last person in the group. He was an elderly man, large and robust build with a curious hat. His name was Tazuna, the famous bridge builder of his town. The 5 were walking calmly along the path when suddenly a thick fog covers the environment, making vision difficult. Naruto hears a sound in the bushes, so he quickly throws a kunai at said position, only to be surprised that it was a simple animal, and also a small gift from her partner. "What are you doing, Naruto? Don't you see that he is a simple defenseless bunny?" Sakura would say as a reproach to her partner, who lowered his head having seen her. Huh. How strange, those rabbits are not usually seen these days. Kakashi thought surreptitiously when he saw the strange rabbit, since it was impossible for it to appear since it was spring. When he would feel a disturbance behind his back from him, "Everyone down!" Kakashi shouted, holding Tazuna to crouch. The genin imitated the jounin and crouched down, only to see a large sword pass over his head, with a shinobi on top of her, arms crossed. "Hence, fence, you made it, feel my presence, congratulations." A harsh and mocking voice will alert the group that became defensive with Kakashi ahead. Zabuza Momochi, class a renegade ninja from the village hidden in the mist. Kakashi observes the standing man about his great sword stuck in the tree. Brown hair and eyes, arm and leg warmers, blue pants and brown sandals. Kakashi of the Sharingan, "It is an honor that someone like you knows me," Zabuza would say, picking up his sword and getting into a fighting pose. "Hand over the old man to me and I will let you go." Zabuza would see how the group tensed at such words. Quickly. Battle formation Manji, protect Mr. Tazuna, and stay out of this fight. They know how to work as a team, it's time for them to show it. I will face him. Kakashi, with a commanding voice, would say to his students who, due to the atmosphere, would nod in fear. Sasuke, thanks to the killer instinct filtered by Zabuza, would be for completely out of his mind, and he would try to cut his own neck without being able to control himself. This sensation was terrifying. "Don't worry, Sasuke, I will protect them with my life if necessary," Kakashi would say with a comforting voice that would reassure the boys by briefly dispelling that strange atmosphere. "I didn't know you were a babysitter, Kakashi, look at them, they can barely stand up." Zabuza would smile mockingly when he saw the genin trembling. "I won't let you hurt them." The silver-haired man would uncover his left eye, revealing something that Sasuke knew very well. Sharingan. B.A. But how Sasuke didn't understand how his sensei owned something from his clan. Only Uchihas were supposed to have the honor of carrying said Jujutsu. The Sharingan. Get ready Kakashi, once I kill you will rip out that eye. With Malaysia Zabuza prepares to attack the sensei of Team 7. A few meters from the battle between the ninjas. Did you really become stronger than before, Goku? The three most powerful mortals would talk to each other as they headed to their destination, and the Scion, in the process, would be telling them about his hard training throughout that year that was not known. They had seen. That's right, Jiren. Just like I have perfected new techniques. I am very excited to try them with you. Goku with a smile would see Jiren, who would nod his head, but a small smile too. Assassin of Universe 6, would look at the member of the Pride troops who returned the gesture. I apologize for my behavior in the tournament. The red-eyed man would remain with his eyes open in sign of surprise. I didn't expect that from the warrior of Universe 11. Although it was a bit short, it sounded like a sincere apology. It doesn't matter. With those simple words, the matter was settled and buried in the past. Also, I would like to have a fight against you two to see my limit. Would say with a challenging look at his companions who attended with the same look. Apparently Son Goku infected them with his habit of fighting and getting stronger. I'm hungry, where will there be a place to eat? Goku lamented when he didn't see any place or animal to cook nearby. He must have eaten on Lord Beerus' planet before coming to this place. When was about to say something, they would see a scene that was somewhat peculiar to them. They would see some people, one with a large sword holding a second subject and a shield made of water. 3 boys already protecting an old man. It's time for them to die. The guy who had the great sword makes some strange hand poses for the 3 most powerful mortals in the 12 universes, and out of nowhere a clone or something similar appeared. Similar to the man with the sword, he was made of water, that is, and he would address the children quickly. The guy with the sword would shout with homicidal intentions towards Kakashi's students, who would close their eyes waiting for the sad end of their young lives.